Hello guys, how's everyone doing? In today's video, we are going to dive into an intense survival story where a seemingly normal sea trip turns into a nightmare on a deserted island. We will see how a young woman and a man struggle to survive, face unexpected dangers, and navigate betrayal, trust, and human emotions in ways you wouldn't imagine. So let's get started. The story begins on a private boat where four friends Jack, Jennifer, Bill, and Gail are getting ready for a sea trip. Jack, a wealthy and arrogant man, always considered himself superior to everyone else. Jennifer, calm and beautiful, accompanies him on the boat. Manuel, the crew member, carefully watches over everyone. He is the kind of person who noticed every small detail, ensuring nothing goes wrong. Everything seems normal at first until an unexpected confrontation shakes the group. Manuel's girlfriend Maria appears suddenly, visibly angry. She screams, I am going to be the mother of your child, you have to marry me. Everyone freezes, staring at the escalating drama. Manuel, equally furious, shouts out, the child cannot be mine. I will never accept this child as my own. The tension escalates instantly. Maria slaps Manuel and he retrails with a slap of his own. Maria storms off, threatening him he will pay a very high price for this. The rest of the group stays silent, stunned by the chaos unfolding before them. After the confrontation, the group prepares for their trip. Night falls and everyone sits down for dinner together. Manuel is serving the food, quietly keeping everything organized, but Jack, brimming with arrogance, starts mocking Manuel, making him feel small and insignificant. Manuel clenches his teeth, holding back his frustration, and walks away without responding. Later that night, Jack and Jennifer retreat to their room for some private time, but Manuel in the next room overhears everything. His mind begins to wander, filled with uneasy thoughts about Jennifer. Here, the audience can already see the complexity of Manuel's character. He is attentive, protective, and emotional, yet prone to suspicion. Meanwhile, Mary engages in mysterious rituals elsewhere on the boat. She brings out a doll and brings performing strange magical acts. It becomes clear that she is trying to use dark magic to get revenge on Manuel. Her anger and jealousy fuel her action, casting a shadow of danger over everyone. The next morning, Jack waits impatiently for his drink. Manuel is late, which gives Jack another reason to belittle him. He even complains to the captain, saying this kid is too smart for his own good. He never apologizes even when he is wrong. The captain, frustrated, scolds Manuel. Manuel fires back. He only shows power because of his money. That's why he acts this way. The captain warns Manuel, if you cannot handle it, you will be dropped off at the next port. Manuel, enraged, declares he won't work under these conditions anymore. On his way out, he carelessly tosses a handkerchief which lands on the gas stove. Slowly, flames start to rise. No one notices until it's too late. The fire spread rapidly across the kitchen and soon engulfs the entire boat. Panic erupts. The captain rushes to extinguish the fire and it has already grown uncontrollable. Everyone abandons the boat and climbs onto the lifeboat. As night falls, a terrifying storm hits. The friends were scattered, swept in different directions by the raging sea. Jennifer, fighting for her life, manages to wash up on a deserted island. She is disoriented, confused, and terrified. Nearby, she sees the floating body of the captain and rushes to drag it to the shore, realizing it's too late to save him. Suddenly, Manuel appears. He too survived the storm. He tries to revive the captain, but is futile. Now, both of them face a harsh reality. Survival is their only option. Alone on the island, they must find food, water, and shelter if they hope to live. They begin working together. Manuel climbs a coconut tree and provides Jennifer with some coconuts to eat. Then he explains, there are plenty of fish in the sea. If we work together, we can survive. He fashions a makeshift space for fishing and they dive into the water together, catching enough fish to eat. As they share the food, they start talking, telling stories, and slowly building trust. Jennifer asks, how will we get off this island? Manuel reassures her, someone will eventually find us. Until then, we just need to survive. They construct a shelter using plum branches, ensuring they have a safe place to rest. They share whatever food they can find, slowly adapting to life on the island. 2 days pass and a fragile bond begins to form between them. On the third day, Manuel decides to take Jennifer fishing with him again. As they swim, Jennifer confronts him. Why did you kill that girl? Manuel explains, she was insane. She constantly annoyed me in every way possible. Tension rises for a moment, but by the evening, Manuel apologizes and they reconcile. The following day, Manuel ventures out to fish alone. To his shock, he discovered Jack alone, but injured, stranded on the island. Manuel drags him back to Jennifer, who is overjoyed to see her husband still alive. Jack is exhausted and badly hurt, so he is forced to rest. Jennifer thanks Manuel, saying, if you hadn't been here, I don't think I would have survived. They return to fishing together, and Jack, still recovering, watches them closely. He begins to feel jealous as he notices their growing closeness. As day pass, Jack's behavior becomes increasingly controlling. He suspects something is happening between Jennifer and Manuel. Although they have done nothing, his frustration mounts and they begins to treat Manuel with suspicion and hostility. Yet Manuel continues to help, knowing survival depends on cooperation. By now, Manuel and Jennifer have established a rhythm, fishing, building shelter, and protecting each other. Their bond strengthened with each shared task and every story told around the campfire. Meanwhile, Jack, recovering from his injuries, is forced to rely on them to basic needs, which further fuels his jealousy and sense of enlightenment. The tension on the island only grows as Judge begins to show his true color. He refuses to cooperate, insisting on doing things his own way, but he quickly realizes that surviving without manual skill is almost impossible. One morning, he decides to try fishing alone, taking a chance with the spear and diving tools. Jennifer warned him without practice he will come back empty handed. Jack ignores her advice, confident in his abilities, but hours pass and he catches nothing. Meanwhile, Manuel, watching from afar, smiles knowingly, having predicted this outcome. Jennifer says, besides Manuel, grateful for his calm presence. I don't know how I would survive without you, she admits. Manuel gently, softly, handling her a freshly caught fish. We made a good team. That's how we survive here together. They laugh, sharing the simplicity of the moment, finding comfort in each other's company despite the chaos around them. Jack returns frustrated and jealous, accusing Manuel of hoarding supplies and keeping Jennifer closer. His anger escalates into aggression and he confronts Manuel near the shelter. Stay away from my wife. I don't want you near her. Manuel, refusing to back down, responds firmly. I have only helped her survive. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't even be standing. Their argument nearly turns violent, but Jennifer intervenes, pulling them apart and pleading for calm. Tensions simmer until one evening when they discover a boat partially submerged near the shore. Jack's eyes light up with hope and immediately set to work, determined to repair it so he can escape the island alone. Jennifer and Manuel rush to help, realizing this might be their only chance to live, but Jack, driven by pride and obsession, insists on doing it himself. He pushes them away, warning, this is my plan, don't touch it. As night falls, Jennifer and Manuel watch anxiously from the sand while Jack works tirelessly on the boat. The waves crash around him, testing his patience and skills. Despite his effort, the repairs are slow and the boat still leaks. Manuel whispers to Jennifer he doesn't realize it, but he cannot do this alone. We might have to step in before it's too late. Days pass in this uneasy tension. Jack becomes more desperate while Manuel and Jennifer grow faster, closer, learning to trust each other completely. Their shared hardships, the constant struggle for food, and the need for safety have forged a deep bond. These fish built and strategic together, all while keeping an eye on Jack's increasingly erratic behavior. Finally, one stormy evening, Jack finishes the boat. He grins triumphantly, ready to leave the island. But as he steps abroad, Manuel and Jennifer notice water slowly seeping in. Jack's plan was clever but flawed. The boat isn't seaworthy. Realizing the danger, they try to warn him, but it's too late. The water rises quickly, and Jack barely makes it back to the shore, drenched and humiliated. Jennifer turns to Manuel, relief flooding her face. We survived again, she whispered. Manuel nods, smiling. Together we'll make it through anything. On the island, admits that storm and chaos, they share a quiet moment strengthened by the trials they are endured. Knowing that survival isn't just about skill, it's about trust, resilience, and the bonds formed when everything else falls apart.